Beneath the soft grey skies of Belgium, hidden behind walls of ivy and creeping vines, stands a farmhouse built in 1875, crafted by the hands of a family's early generation. A fortress of rural life, now surrendered to time. Although scarred by a fierce and unforgiving fire, its bones have remained. Charred timbers and blackened stone still cradle the memories sealed within. Here, Cecilia and Eugene once lived, a modest couple bound to the land. Eugene, a soldier of the Second World War, returned to this very soil after surviving the shadows of conflicts. But in 2010, the warmth ebbed away, and ever since the barns stand empty. As the walls crumble and nature reclaims what was once hers, we step inside this fading relic to gather the fragments of a life left behind before it vanishes forever.
Voila, a new urbex-mobile.
A new urbex-mobile, man.
Mine actually got sold. Yeah, I think we have to start looking for a new urbex-mobile sometime soon.
Yeah, man, we have to. We definitely have to.
But we are here with a reason.
Yeah, we are definitely here with a reason. We're immediately walking right next to it because over there is an abandoned place. Yeah, that's our current target, man.
Yep. We're out here in the streets, actually really close to our hometown.
Yeah.
This place is soon gonna be history because they are planning on actually demolishing it anytime soon. That's why also all the fences are here.
Well, actually, let's see.
I cannot show you right now, but oh, I already see an easy way there.
Ah, yeah, perfect, man.
There we go, bro.
I just saw that Mercedes guy. That was the potential snitch. Oh wait, there is a car pulling up. Should we just walk?
Yeah, we have a camera. It looks like we're here with a legit reason.
Yeah,
you know?
true that.
And that's actually also the truth.
We are here with a legit reason.
Climbing through the scaffolding. It's always a little bit harder with the backpack on your back, but we're getting strong. Siempre fuerte, shout out to Katu. All right.
All right, man.
That was quite an entrance.
Yeah, that was quite an entrance.
And
yeah.
look at these walls already. They're all collapsed. And according to my information, there's actually been a fire and you can still see the aftermath of the fire as well. Completely black. This used to be an entire barn of this farmhouse.
I need to say, Mo, this is a very big inner courtyard. Damn.
It's huge.
It's huge, man.
And funny thing is, actually, the first video we've ever made on the channel is almost right next door.
Almost like, okay, so you know, we always say that we are not tourists, like, but at the beginning, we got locations, and of course, we didn't had a clue.
And of course, we did everything in the neighborhood that we knew of.
Exactly.
And now we've grown to a point that we have no place anymore, so we need to search for new places.
Bro, and this place is literally 3 houses right next to that one. And I mean, that's like one of the first videos we have on this channel.
Damn, it's crazy to see that there is still some machinery even here on the wall. And again, it's just full of lush greenery and everything. Vegetation is taking over. I think Raymond is already pretty excited to go inside the house.
But no, we're not gonna go. We're just gonna walk around and then we go inside, man.
Seems like this is a very chill place to explore.
Yeah, true.
I think they actually want to build houses on this property in the future.
I do think so, because it definitely is a huge property, man.
And you can see that there was a fire. So my contact was actually right, and they numbered it.
They numbered it, yeah.
I don't know
13,
why.
14. All right, strange.
All those barns have collapsed right now.
Yeah, man.
But imagine that one day they used to hold cattle inside.
Yep.
Cows, chicken. I think this was maybe for cows or horses or maybe pigs.
Maybe pigs, yeah. I do think so, yeah. All right, well, yeah, I do think it was just a normal farm over there. You can see the street side.
Imagine this main entrance here.
Yeah.
The big portal.
Crazy, right?
That was quite an entrance back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Peeling blue paint over here on the main doors of the front portal.
And they even had like 2 big gates. Like 2. Damn. Huh. Huge, man. It's very huge. Also your part.
Yeah. This actually goes to the main street, and it's quite a busy street. So it's strange that we're actually just exploring this place right now and not any earlier.
No.
We really missed it. We probably drove past this place for over 20 times, but we've just missed it because it's completely surrounded by.
I mean, I
all the
quickly.
walls.
Normally I don't film this, but I quickly gotta like film it to really get the imagination that this is just really close nearby our hometown. I mean, Moreno, how long was the drive?
Oh, look. Yeah, like 10, 15 minutes.
10,
but
15
look,
minutes.
this was for poultry.
Yeah, I see. All right. Oh yeah, you can tell. Chicken goose.
I just want to go inside these barns. What's around the corner over there? It's quite dark, but we do have a camera light with us.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Over here we can still see the first things that are left.
Some artisanal machinery. A lot of wood stock. Big tires of a tractor.
Yeah.
Or at least an agricultural vehicle.
And over here the wood saw.
Yep. Still with the blade. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
You can see how bad the roof is.
Yeah, it's in a very bad state. Over there also cast fire.
Everything is just slowly decaying in time. It's worthless.
Yeah, it's worthless, man. I mean, it's good that they eventually shut this down. I mean, it's a big property, so you can do a lot with it.
Oh, look, I actually like how you can see the little church tower from here in the courtyard.
Yeah, man.
Adds up to the ambience.
And actually, I'm quite curious where this leads to, because this is another entrance that we took.
I think this used to be another outside barn with probably
The cars of someone.
yeah, and that's right next door, the neighbors.
And they're at home.
Yeah, better to skip this. We want to remain inconspicuous, like little ninjas.
Yeah, the door was open, man, so... Little ninjas now.
Wow, such a big property.
Look.
And this is the place where they were definitely keeping their cattle.
Yep, definitely.
All the little doors. I'm wondering what locks they had. No specific lock, strangely enough. But you can still see the hay and the remains of straw inside. Even some feast heads over there. Wondering when it was last used.
I do think a long time ago, actually, man. Like a very long time ago. Curious about this one.
Again, big blue doors.
Oh, well, just another storage part.
One last little door.
Yeah, just again for animals.
Yeah. All right, then the house part. And if we look to the upper part, you can see they actually already boarded it up.
Yeah. Oh, look in the middle. I don't know if you can see it with the sun right now, but 1875.
So this was from the late 19th century. Wow. Historic building, to say the least.
Yeah.
Especially in this town where we are in right now.
Yeah, true, man. True, true. A very historic building. Can definitely tell that. All right, but should we go inside?
Of course. I think that's where everybody was waiting for. Let's just go inside right now.
Wow. Wow, man, this is a cool place. A really cool place.
The decay is phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah.
The damage is beyond repair.
Oh, beyond repair. Wow. I mean, this just needs to be shut down.
It's probably gonna be level with the ground anytime soon. You can see all the debris over here, but look to the walls. Very interesting. What is it? Plasterwork?
It's a unique pattern, man. A really unique pattern.
And this looks like marble, but I believe it's actually painted marble. Since you can see that, I'm not sure. This is some kind of stone behind it. They actually sealed it with a coating.
I don't think it's real marble or...
Wow, the lights in the middle. Still with fake candle lights. Look at that.
All the details, huh?
Yeah, right.
All right, putting on my mask.
You have one for me as well?
I do.
You see, we're always prepared. Now I really look like an urbex doctor, right?
Yeah, you do, man. You really do.
All right, let's explore this place, bro. We already have a beautiful coat rack over here.
Yep.
And all the details seem to be still present in this place.
They are actually still present. And I mean...
The umbrella is still here. Hairbrushes, a lock.
And this tin can over here.
Still with razors.
Razors inside, yeah. And the old newspaper, 1550.
Have you seen the flowers, by the way, over here as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I just noticed them.
Noticed them on the other side as well.
I'm not sure if we can even go to the upper level, if there is a possibility to still go there.
I have no clue, man. I honestly don't have a clue. I mean, yeah, you can tell that DK is definitely taking over this place, but everything is still left behind.
For real, like even the Holy Mary statue, those often get stolen in places.
Yep.
Because they're very wanted. They're very vintage and beautiful. Likewise.
I'm just curious on all the papers that we can find over here.
There's actually an exam for your driving license.
Brussels.
Look at this over here. This is like a little diary. All these personal things are still here.
Mm-hmm.
Appointments they had, they wrote them all down in here.
I'm just curious if we can find a date actually.
Look, this is even a wedding invitation. Wedding invitation of friends of them.
1948.
Annie and Eugene, 1948. And it is actually in this town. And this used to be the menu of the dishes they got. And trust me, this looks good.
It does, it does.
Wow, beautiful chair as well. Those are like little lions. Some beautiful details. This is still very red compared to the pillow.
Yeah, it is. Maybe due to sunshine, I think, man.
Probably.
Also, I mean, look at the
curtains.
Curtains itself.
Completely faded as well.
Exactly.
All right. Well, what way should we go? Should we just first do the rooms on this side over here?
Yeah, man. Let's do this one.
We're not sure what's inside even yet. It's the first time seeing it too.
Aha. I was already thinking that I was hearing something.
Is there a rat?
No, a bird.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The birds won't hurt. Oh, shoot! Is it a big bird?
Yeah, it's a
pigeon.
Pigeon, yeah.
The birds won't hurt. Chill out. Oh my gosh.
I need to say that's a good sketch, man. That's definitely a good sketch. And sorry, it's full of dust also right now.
Yeah, but this is a beautiful room actually. This is really like a time capsule. Very little bedroom. We don't want to scare the bird, but please be silent. We want to talk and explain what we see. Some religious statues over here with angels. It's beautiful. And there are so many shoes in here.
Oh yeah, they're all left. Yeah.
All the pumps, but also men's shoes as well. We haven't found a name yet. What's in here? Oh, little paper clips.
Going to slowly walk over here because we don't want to scare someone who's there in the corner, just chilling. How did he even came in here?
I'm wondering too, but probably
There is no hole.
probably the upper windows.
Yeah, probably. All right, we have a dead note over here. Arnold.
Probably a friend.
All right, and we have also another name. The family name was
Anna Maria.
Anna Maria.
Mrs. Anna Maria.
All right.
Look, also all the tablecloths and everything are still in here. Like, this is still, you can see the cobwebs in this drawer. It's been like that forever. Nobody has opened this. We're the first people, Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some people have explored this place, they've not really explored it.
Explored it, yeah.
They've not looked into the documents.
But like nobody would think that this place is something. But Mo, look, I actually get the clue that this woman, or maybe the man, was involved in rijkswacht.
Rijkswacht used to be the police back in that
Police
time.
back in that time, right? Yeah,
It's the former police from like a couple decades
exactly,
ago.
Exactly. All right. Ludo was another name I find over here.
So Anna Maria and Ludo then, I think. That was her
so, yeah.
husband.
Yep. Beautiful, man. Just a single bed. This was probably the bed of the last resident.
And what can not miss in a home like this?
Huh.
That's of course a home trainer.
Yeah, man.
This one is very vintage looking.
We found that one actually also in the other building, which is like 3 houses away from this one, man.
Maybe they went together to the same shop. Maybe they were even friends, imagine that.
They definitely knew each other.
Yeah, they lived
100%.
only a couple of houses further than this place.
And he owned a supermarket, like the local supermarket, so...
I think that this bed was actually the last bed where somebody slept.
Exactly.
Since it's just on the main floor, and it's only a one-person bed.
Beautiful castle on the frame.
I love how all the details are so well in place.
Yeah.
You really wouldn't expect it when you see this from the outside.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Look at the fireplace as well. Beautiful. Wow. Barometer over here. They were very religious, that's clear.
Yeah. They definitely were very religious.
Nothing in here. There's still a jug, maybe for a bed warming pan.
Oh, Moreno. I see something which excites me. 𝗬𝗍𝗶𝗍𝗶.
Oh, there is a bear crate.
A very old one. It's black. I've never seen him like being black.
They're yellow in these days.
Yeah.
And actually, it excited you, but there are also a lot of vintage Belgian beer glasses over here.
Very nice.
Remember that one time when we were in Belgium and not filming yet, and we found an entire barn full of them?
Yeah.
Those ones are also very vintage.
I once filmed that location.
Oh yeah, true.
I did
You
that.
went back with
I went
Jorgo,
back.
the Greek guy. Well, if you haven't seen that video, there will be a little link.
Right up here. It's like one of the first videos that I did all alone, and I think also one of 3 or something.
I've actually seen something captivating that you might have missed, Raymond.
Well,
I've got
I
some
see it.
X-rays.
Besides the boots, yeah, we have some X-rays. All
Let's
right.
take them to the window. But the other window without scaring the pigeon.
Exactly. All right, Mo. You just give me the camera and you can hold it.
But, oh yeah. Oh, pregnancy, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure, man.
And this was actually from Eugene. So Eugene was probably their daughter.
What a name
being
for
pregnant.
a woman. Eugene.
Or, this is actually the bowel.
The
bowels.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
The bowels in Dutch are the darmen.
The darmen. Ah.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, then at least I know what you're indeed talking about.
This is the stomach, you can see. The stomach. So when you swallow something, it goes to the stomach. Over here you see the liver.
All right. Getting some lessons over here, man. Yeah,
They might have had some intestinal problems. Because I believe maybe the echoes is also not from pregnancy, but maybe also from the bowels and just echography.
Because I don't think a woman's name is Eugene.
Eugene, yeah. So maybe that was the name of the man, Eugene, and then Anna Maria.
Then Ludo was probably another
son,
name.
maybe.
Or a son, yeah, it could be.
We're just assuming things. We don't know the information 100% accurately, but at least we try to find what's inside.
Exactly.
And that's what exploring is all about. So, let's continue right now to the next rooms, and we hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so making our way again.
And don't forget to give a shout out to the pigeon, because he's been pretty quiet when we were there.
Yeah. Big shout out to the pigeon, and now he's just now he just flies all over the place. No. He behaved pretty well. And let's give a shout out to this beautiful building, which is near to collapse.
Wow, this used to be the bathroom, bro.
Exactly.
Now it's an open air bathroom.
Yeah.
Like in the literal sense of the word.
And if this hot tub still worked, it was an open air hot tub. The boiler.
Yes. Look at this.
This was a bathroom.
It's beautiful.
Oh, look.
Radiator completely rusty.
Oh man.
But of course the roof is also not there anymore, so the elements can maximally disintegrate this. And look at this, bro. Plants are growing in, even inside the bathtub. Grass and vinery starting to grow.
Damn, that's unreal, man. That's just unreal.
Oh, look.
The toilet.
Yeah, the toilet. There's still a bidet. This looks crazy. But you can see that it has burned.
Yeah.
That there's been a fire. All the walls are black and ashy.
Oh yeah, you can easily tell by this room.
There's even still all the stuff in here, bro. So crazy. What is this even over here?
Oh, this hasn't been opened for a long time, oh.
No.
Oh, that's like a vaporizer for when you're ill.
Okay.
You can put some hot water in it with menthol.
Yeah, or lavender or something like that.
Exactly. Hey, I knew that. First time that I know something.
Yeah, no, not the first time. We perfectly add up to each other.
All right.
Wow.
Well, we need to be careful here, because as you can tell. Yeah.
Yeah, there are mainstays, there are scaffolding.
Mm-hmm.
I also saw this strap attached to here to just keep the building upright.
Mm-hmm.
It's in a dangerous state and condition.
Yeah, it's definitely in a dangerous condition. All right. Should we give the basement a shot before we go into these rooms? Or?
Let's first just go in here. I'm actually quite curious to see it. Well, there is something I can't film, but Raymond can actually have a look at it.
All right, it's from agriculture, and it's from the woman. What was her name again?
Anna Maria.
All right, then that was her mother because Cecilia.
And that's also the name of this location, 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆𝗶.
Was
Those are
again?
pigeons,
Okay.
yeah, there are a lot of birds inside.
Probably, but yeah, 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆𝗶. Okay, yeah, it's from Cecilia.
From what year? Can you see that?
2008.
2008. Oh look, I like this. 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆𝗶, a very old game.
Yeah. Very cool, right?
Really vintage looking.
I mean, there's like a lot of stuff left over here, man. But yeah, it's all just small knickknacks, as you can tell.
Mostly paperwork and files as well.
Exactly. And same over here, yeah. I'm not wearing gloves, can't find them again. As usual, I'm dumb. I'm sorry.
Well, meanwhile, I'm just slowly gonna pan through this room. And it's quite crazy to see the ceiling collapse with all those sticks and wooden beams just dangling down.
Yeah.
The sofa, oh my gosh. That couch has seen some better days, bro.
I definitely have seen some better days, man.
And you just found 2008 on the receipt, but I also see a calendar saying 2010.
2010.
And you've seen what I see, right?
A family coat of arms.
Wow.
Wow. And that for this place. So this means that it was
They were, not sure if they were noble,
noble family, no?
but maybe. They had a family coat of arms. It looks pretty legit. I mean, this building is also historically listed, so
True.
I'm not sure if they're actually gonna redevelop it or gonna demolish it yet. I hope the first redevelop it and give it a new life.
I don't think so, man. I think it's due to the fact that it catched fire.
Oh look, over here you can see a very old faded picture of what once used to be.
This property.
Exactly. That's it.
It's very faded, but yeah.
You can still see it.
You know why it's so cool? It's just to see how the streets used to look back in these days.
So much different.
Like, I mean, this is literally almost right next door.
I'm surprised there was still so much inside, but also documents. I wasn't expecting we would find documents.
No, me neither. The watch over here. 𝗦𝘁cie𝗿𝗆𝗆𝗶. The beer brand again. Yeah.
Wow.
Crystal on
All the
top.
crystal.
Still left. I also really love these.
It's a nice set.
Tea set. What is this?
It's a little calculator.
Oh yeah, it is.
With a pen inside as well.
Pen inside, yeah.
Look, there's also a lot of doors over here, Raymond. And they're also still all filled. Even Christmas wish cards over here.
That's cute.
Happy Christmas and a happy 2007 from 3 friends of them. Oh look, and even headphones and iron speakers in here.
Very cool, man.
Even the toaster. Everything is still there.
Yeah, you can tell that this place
Has been very well respected
Yeah.
throughout all the years of vacancy. Wow. I wasn't expecting that this place would be so cool. I've seen pictures and I thought, okay, it's a few cool furnished rooms, but
that's it. That's mostly it, yeah. Alright, let's
well, 2010 over here, like we said on the calendar.
Well, yeah. There's another bedroom, but
Rather sad.
rather sad, yeah, and it's demolished.
A lot of paperwork,
Yeah.
envelopes on the ground. Oh, this is quite cool. These are all still hanging here.
The keys, yeah, they're still there.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, what is
Underneath
that?
all the cobwebs is an old picture. And I think also holy water receptacle.
Yeah. The spa logo. Whoa! Damn.
Crazy cobwebs.
I mean, should not walk in there, man. just to protect it. Wow, yeah, a little bit speechless.
Look at the picture album.
Where?
Where you picked that purse, there was a picture album
This one?
underneath it, yeah. It might be a wedding picture.
Oh yeah, it is.
Wow. Oh. Is there a year? No, right?
No, man. No, there's no year.
So beautiful though. Still very pristine.
Yeah, definitely is.
Looks like they also did some sewing or knitting. Because we can also still see a hand knitted scarf over here.
That's empty.
Oh look, this is really cool, Raymond. This was actually from probably the husband Eugene, and he used to be in the military. 1940, 1945, so they fought in World War II.
Damn.
You see, he was a soldier. In 1916 he was born in a town very close to here, and you can see Eugene. It's again saying over here his name.
Alright.
And he did a field fight from 10th of May 1940 till the 28th of May 1940, when the prisoners were actually the Germans were keeping people imprisoned.
And he was the one that survived.
And I was just laying over here on the ground without any appreciation. Let's put it in here. No meat anymore.
Otherwise the smell would be very bad over here, bro.
Well, lastly, one more bedroom over here. We have a picture, probably Mr. Eugene. A lot of purses on the bed.
Cool, man.
So many old things, right? A
Mhm.
rosary over here. And are there still any clothes?
Well, there is a jacket right over there, but
Green jacket.
oh yeah, there are some clothes, man. Here, look.
Oh yeah, you're right.
More?
Beautiful coats of the man, Mr. Eugene. He has some chic clothes, bro, for special occasions, I think.
Also from the woman, I think. Oh yeah, look.
Oh yeah, those more look like woman's clothes as well.
Oh yeah, here are some dresses.
Wow. Crazy that everything is still hanging here. Just left to wither away.
Unreal, man. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
That is the same picture we just saw. The wedding picture.
But then completely moldy.
Yeah.
What a contrast. And even more holy water statues.
Cool.
Another receptacle is hanging here as well. It's crazy. Now for the next room, we have to walk around again, since we cannot really reach it from this side, but it also looks stunning. Equally stunning, so I think that's a good room
Let's
to
have a look,
actually
man.
go to,
Yeah.
and then end in the basement or something.
I do think so, yeah.
Final thing we're gonna explore right now is not only the basement, but firstly this living room, and have a look at it. The decay over here is crazy, guys. All the collapsed bars are just littering this table that still has tea sets, even an old picture over here, and look at these beautiful mugs. They spent attention to detail so very well.
Oh yeah, they definitely did, man. So what is it actually?
Made in Holland. Maastricht, bro.
Damn.
This is from our city.
It's from the city, man.
Yeah, proud city boys. And look. Picture over here.
From child?
Yeah,
Yep.
a little child. Maybe Ludo.
Who knows, man. Well,
What do we have in here?
beautiful
Wow.
Oh,
You can see the dust marks. Everything has remained perfectly in place.
Very cool, man. I mean, take a look. What is in the other one?
Blankets
Yep.
and tablecloths.
Tablecloths. Over there, a radiator. Beautiful face. Coming down.
Chairs are just stapled over here, and we still have a television over here as well.
Yep.
Very vintage.
What is the brand?
I was looking at a brand name, but it's not saying anywhere.
Can't see it properly.
No.
I'm not allowed to see the brand.
Yeah.
Some sheets, blankets.
Maybe the remote control is still in here. No, but there is this thing over here. Oh, it's actually just some napkins from Crystal. Another letter.
What does it say?
Oh, this is actually from the person that comes when you don't pay your bills.
Oei.
Yeah, I think they had some payment problems.
Oei. That's not good, Bo.
Nah, that's the person you don't want to see in front of your door.
No. I do think that's the reason why they can't demolish this place.
I don't know. I think there is definitely still family, because family was probably a noble family and a big family. Look, souvenir de communion, or present of the communion, the Holy Communion. Look, the statue over here as well. Person laying with his legs, just dreamy.
And the vases.
And all those things over here are just collapsed parts of the ceiling.
Ceiling, yep.
So we gotta be very aware this does not happen by our vibration of our voice right now. Because you can seriously injure or hurt your head or other body parts. So I don't want to stay in this room for too long.
No, man. But take a closer look at the table over here, like Moreno said.
It's crazy.
Like, everything from the ceiling just fallen down. But as you can tell, they were probably getting all the chinaware. What is it, chinaware?
Yeah, porcelain.
Porcelain, yeah.
It's from Maastricht, so it's not from China.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to get all the porcelain in a good state.
Actually, one of the people that lived there had cancer.
Oh, that's sad.
I have a card over here. The entire team of Foundation Against Cancer wishes you a very happy birthday, with all the names of the nurses and the treatment team.
No, that's sad, man.
Yeah, that's sad. It's a horrible disease, and more research will need to be done in the future to prevent it earlier.
Exactly. Is that silverware? No, right?
Nah, just some cutlery, iron. It's pretty heavy though. But look, this is very well possible to be a wedding photo of them in the younger days.
Oh yeah.
It's just laying here. Those are all their documents, guys. They were actually in a Christian mutuality, so they were Christians.
Christians, yeah.
All their paperwork and files and documents. You can just see the dust coming from it. We're one of the first people to touch this ever since 2010.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I was a little bit scared, but there was a road night right next there, so a car drove there.
Wait, I'm
Look
making
at
my way
this.
over here. Wait, sorry.
No problem.
If you can remove the chair.
Look at this. Remember when we always saw the little ring above their head? And look at the size of this holy statue. Incredible. What a marvelous statue. It's the most beautiful statue I've seen inside of here.
Oh, look, the picture again. Seen it 3 times now already.
Beautiful, right?
Damn. Yeah. Just collapsement, man. Really collapsement. Be careful.
Yeah, I'm doing it very carefully.
All right.
Church bell is ringing. Look at this over here. The paintwork on it.
Also very detailed, man.
There's so many doors we can open, so many drawers to check out. Cecilia says her name. And this was actually again like something of the holy community where she was in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like some education. Just want to quickly see these doors. Wow, look at this little set over here with some tiny shot glasses.
Oh yeah, I see. Also looks very unique. Open up this one.
Wow. Look, they used to do some tiny desserts and pies on there.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see, I see.
Alright, so we'll close it off again. We always leave the place as much as we left it, but sometimes if I, for example, find that little document of the soldier, I think this does not belong on the ground. And I would like to preserve it, but there is little we can do. Finally, a very interesting section over here. If we can still see some of the pictures, because those are sticked onto each other, but we can see maybe Mr. Eugene over here back in his younger days. This is not visible anymore, but look at this.
Sad, man. Well, nice pictures, but sad that they were just all
Sticked and
yeah,
decaying.
stick and decaying.
Greetings from beep.
Yeah.
You cannot say where this place is, unfortunately.
Well, look at that. That is so cool.
Look.
Maastricht.
Yeah. Damn. It feels so difficult to leave this over here right now because I know it's gonna be just fading away
Yeah, yeah.
and not
right.
being appreciated anymore. Those are all frames of family ancestors. No one is caring. I honestly don't care if police is outside standing right now and catches us. I will just tell them it hurts to see that this is all so disintegrating and damaging. Look at the boys. Look how gently they are dressed, how chic. Preparing for an important holy event, probably a communion. And finally, you can see the mark where the picture used to be on the table.
Oh yeah.
This was the tablecloth. And look. Doing it carefully because I don't want to rip the photos.
What is in the frame?
Actually, a group of
Group of
young boys.
huh? Yeah.
I think military.
Military men. I do think so, yeah.
But this is all completely gone, Raymond.
Yeah.
Oh well, we still have a class picture over here. You can still see a part of it, but that's far it. The rest is long gone.
Alright, man.
So sad. I've never seen a frame, Raymond, from an ancestor from probably the late 19th century, if not older, saying Maastricht on the frame and then being decayed.
Crazy,
It hurts.
Right? Crazy, man. It really
It
hurts.
hurts. We're gonna leave this room before we have a head injury. And there is another part where we need to be very careful. But before going there, first show this to them. The cabinet that we just scanned actually used to have glasses, windows here, and you can see the inside from this side too.
You could see what was inside.
All right, well, should I grab the lights?
Yeah, grab the light, man, please. Because I'm not very sure about the thing that we're going to do right now.
No, we should be very careful, but I will scan it. All right.
Stable?
Yeah, it looks quite, yeah, it's stone. It's stone, it's not wood. Oh, and it's cool, bro.
Yeah?
Come down here. Come down here, my friends.
Damn.
Look at this, bro. Check it out.
Oh, wow.
Wine bottles everywhere, old soda bottles.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's very cool.
Not a part of a machinery, maybe for wine corks? Not too sure. No, I think it was for something else.
I do think so, yeah.
Show it to them from this side because I'm not sure. Maybe something for the grain or something.
I think for the gray, man. Well, there is like this part over here. I'm not quite sure what it is. Well, if you know what it is, leave it down in the comment sections.
This bottle is still filled and look at its decay. The label. It's still filled with something.
Yeah.
Looks very disgusting.
Alright. Well, crawling our way through this basement again. Oh, look. Look. Whoa. Look at the 𝗬𝗶𝗆𝗆. Vintage logo, man.
Damn. That's truly vintage. I've never seen him like that.
No, me neither. And also the Coke over there.
Oh, yeah.
It's still called Coke.
It actually used to be with Coke one time.
Yeah, it used to contain cocaine, and
that's
I do
why
think
it was so addictive, and people were really liking it.
this was one of these bottles which still had the original cocaine inside.
Yeah, we need to be a little bit more careful because there is a major hole on the right side.
Oh, yeah. All right.
But I believe that's also far it for this place.
Yeah, man. Small table over here.
Yeah, this was just like a little working part. So I'm not sure if you're able to see me well if I hold the light like this.
Well, let me grab it for you. Now you can see it properly.
All right. Time to put off our mask. We're still gonna, oh, it's hanging in my sunglasses. We're still gonna make some beautiful pictures inside here while we finish the tour. We hope you liked the video again. We explored it all, we found out about the family history. It hurted to see this place so decaying, but at the same time we were very happy that it was so well respected and nothing was stolen from this place for all those years. So yeah, if you enjoyed this tour by Raymond and me, all I want to ask you for is smash the thumbs up button right down below. And also right next to, this, to the like button there is a subscribe video. Also make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done that yet. And right down below in the comment section you can also leave your thoughts on this video, and any feedback is always welcome. And then as always, I and Raymond want to wish you a wonderful week, and we will see you on our next adventure. Peace out from Belgium, and bye bye.
Hey, wait, but what about the pigeon?
Turns out all along I was already ready to go.
Ja, moet ik hem pakken?
I guess you just didn't know.
Okay, we're trying to save the pigeon right now to the outside.
You need to help me, because he's stuck. Wait. Because I can't release him.
We're gonna release him to the outside. Pigeon, be free again! Woo! There he goes. He's so happy right now. He's completely stressed. Gonna sit in the chimney right there.
Yeah. Bro, you did a good job there.
Yeah, you saw.
I felt very poor for that animal.
Ready to go on a new adventure next week? We'll step inside a French home where part of the facade has crumbled. But inside, untouched rooms await, like a real-life dollhouse.